Right, morning, Thistley, Hough. I know I can't actually see any of you, but I can obviously see that you have joined us in the comments box at the side. If I could just ask, because it's live and we're testing it out, if you could just make sure that you keep your microphones on mute for this week, then we shouldn't get any feedback and we can just see how this goes. And then as we move forwards, then we can start some interaction and all of those kinds of things. Okay, so I don't know which assembly it is, to be perfectly honest. It's the stay-at-home assembly number X. I have no clue what number I'm on. If somebody can put in the comments box at the side for me which number it is, I'd be really grateful. Right, I just want to say that this week's been amazing. Thank you, Mr. Tony Cliff, and the rest of you. It is stay-at-home assembly number 7 by all accounts, Mr. Payne. I just want to say thank you to Year 10. Year 10 have been in with us this week on face-to-face meetings, one-to-one meetings to sort out their return to school. And it's been an absolute pleasure to see them. It's been the highlight of many of the staff's weeks. So Year 10, we're really looking forward to seeing you next week for your day in school to help you and get some more learning provision put in place for you. And it was just lovely to see you and to make sure that you're all safe and well. And for the rest of you, we can't wait for that to happen. We really cannot wait for you all to be back in the building with us, because it's really important to us that we're in this together, and not seeing you's been quite difficult. Now, for a few weeks, I've kept rattling on, as I always do, about kindness. And this week, and I never thought I'd say this, I've been blown out of the water as a Liverpool supporter by a Man United player. Now, I don't say that lightly, but Marcus Rashford, for me, typifies everything that is good about being a person with empathy, compassion and kindness. That young man remembered and has remembered and still does where he came from and what's important and who helped him along the way. And to see him lobby a government and actually be the person that was instrumental, even though teachers and head teachers have been trying to actually put his weight behind it and go, do you know what? No, stop. The most important thing is looking after everyone, I think is absolutely remarkable. And I just think, no, Dylan, I can't wait for them to win the Premier League either. But I do think it's, on a very serious note, it's really important that we acknowledge what one person can do. If you're prepared to stand up for something and you're prepared to try and make a change, and you've got that care and compassion for the people around you, the world's a better place. Okay, so I'm not going to waffle on too much more, other than to say, if you've got any acts of kindness, please keep sending them to me, and things that you've done, because Mr. Payne does know how it makes me feel. Absolutely, hearing from you with everything that you do is it just keeps me going when I am weighted down with decisions to make. So for me, my hero of the week literally has been Marcus Rashford, for making sure that over the summer holidays, the people that need the free school meals get the free school meals. And I think that's really, really important. Mr. Payne, I don't know if you want to add anything to that.
No, I would absolutely agree. And I think having meeting Miss Schofield almost every other day to plan these assemblies, she is absolutely blown away by all the fantastic work that students send, all of the acts of kindness that have been going on, particularly when we've obviously been at home. I know how much she appreciates, but also wants the school back together. And I think you'll agree, Miss Schofield, that we've both sort of enjoyed this way of keeping in contact with our students.
Yeah, it's probably the next best thing. As we move forward, it'll be really good for us to get into a situation where we can see everybody's faces on the screen, so that when we're interacting with each other in future assemblies, the person will pop up onto the screen so that we can see that, not just doing the messages down the side, but it's about playing. I don't think students that are with us now will realise how much we've played and how much we've worried about whether this would work. You know, would it work? Would we be able to get across the messages and share what we wanted to? So, you know, it's another learning journey stage, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'll hand over to you now. Off you go, Mr. Payne.
Oh, it's me, is it? Well, we've had your update, Miss, which is fantastic. I know that a lot of our students are learning from home. I know Year 10 have come back in this week, which has been fantastic. I don't know if you wanted to say anything, Miss, on, I know you've been in with some of our Year 10 students.
Yeah, I think all I'll say is that they are coming back for a day a week. They know that we have put in place everything possible to make sure that they are safe and that we follow all the government guidelines. They're all aware of that, and they will continue to work from home 4 days a week. And for the rest of you, I need you to keep doing what you're doing, which is follow the timetable and complete the work. That's all you need to do, and the teachers are on hand then to help you, and then you can not have to worry about everything that you keep hearing in the media, which is all the students are falling behind. Actually, if you're completing the work that you've set, then you are where we want you to be, so you don't need to worry about it. We will help you out as we go along. Okay, thank you, sir.
And so I think that leads us nicely onto the timetable that we've given to our students in years 7, 8 and 9. It's a timetable which guides students to what work they should be completing at that time. Teachers will set work at any time, so those are the allocated times that you should be completing that work. Mr. Delaney's put together a video on distance and home learning, which is on our YouTube channel, and we did also put it on our website as well. So if you need any support in terms of home learning, then you've got your timetable. Your teachers are contactable through Teams at any time during the school day. So there's lots of support there. There's lots of things to be getting on with. I know Mr. Garrett wanted as many students as possible as well to be accessing GCSE Pod, which is free. It's really easy to download, and actually you don't need to be sat at a desk at a computer. And I know that you mentioned, Miss, about people being behind, but actually this could be an opportunity for our students to get ahead of the game and to be learning more than they might be. Gulzarine, our star year 11 student, has produced this fantastic poster, which we did show last week, but it would be a miss if we didn't show it to you guys today. These are some fantastic ways that you can revise at home, particularly for our year 9 and 10 students who'll be sitting their exams either next year or the year after. And actually year 11 are really keen to get involved and making sure that although they've not sat their exams this year, they worked really, really hard in their mock exams and have put lots of strategies and lots of hard work in. So any year 11s that would be prepared to help, obviously get in touch with us. And hopefully, although your year ended slightly differently to most, you're still there to support all of our students. Would you agree, Miss?
Absolutely. And we need to be realistic, don't we? We need to be realistic about where we are and where we're going to move to next. And it's an uncertain time. And so anything that anybody's got to share that's going to help each other, then that's what we need to do. So any tips that anyone else can give us, then that's the right thing to do. Absolutely.
This is our website, which has got lots of different, we know heads of year have had lots of questions about how do I get onto Teams, how do I get onto class charts, how do I get onto GCSE Pod and Educate. All of the guides are on our website, but obviously do get in touch with us if you need any more support in terms of home learning. Which leads us on to your favourite bit of the week, Miss Schofield.
Oh, I absolutely love this bit because I keep reading in all the documentation that I'm sent that students aren't engaging and they're not completing the work. And then we get sent every single week the most amazing Thistley Hough examples. And it's almost like we're sharing it as a school community. But what I actually want to do is share it much further than that. And hopefully if we can get the assemblies so that they are live and they can go out to more of our community, they'll see the great work that's happening. And I think it's, you know, it's everyone's hard work in the background that's making this happen. So all of the staff, the parents and carers at home that are supporting our young people, but our young people are doing an amazing job. Team Thistley Hough isn't falling behind, and Team Thistley Hough is creating some exceptional work, which we're now going to share with you for this week's showcase.
Absolutely. So we'll start with Team English. So we've got some amazing students in Year 10 who've completed their anthologies. We've normally got some music here, Miss Gabriel. I don't know if you wanted to sing.
No, absolutely not. No, maybe if Liverpool win the league in a couple of games time, maybe you might get me to do something then, but I very much doubt it. Singing is not my forte.
Well, we'll hold you to that then. We'll see what happens in the league. We've got some brilliant examples of some of this work. What we're doing is we're recording this, so when you replay this, you can pause the video and have a look at some of the amazing work that's happening and have a bit of a read at some of the excellent examples that are coming in. We've got some more anthologies there. I know we've got some students watching who might see their work on screen today. These are from Miss Screen's work that's been set, and we know, Miss Gabriel, how proud Miss Screen has been of the work that she's been sent.
Absolutely. I was talking to her yesterday on a Teams call, and she was really just so overwhelmed with what she's been sent and the engagement. I think she was thinking it might not be what it was, but actually it's blown her out of the water, so it's really good to see.
Good. Got some book reviews there. People have been carrying on with their reading. English have nominated their stars of the week this week. So well done to Toby in Year 7, to Casey Ray in Year 8, to Brian in Year 9, and to Zora in Year 10. Massive well done. Move on to maths. And we know that there's been some competitions going on in maths over the last couple of weeks. Firstly, well done to these students who've got the highest number of hours on Hegarty maths. And some people, I think, have spent a lot of time on Hegarty, which is fantastic. For those of you who have played TT Rockstar, Miss, do you know what this is?
No, I think no.
Maybe we need to have a go.
I think
it looks like there's some big numbers there, so well done. 4 star of the weeks there from Year 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now, science have sent a lot of fantastic work in this week, which is great. Some people are working above what year group they're in, which is brilliant. These are hand-drawn, Miss, would you believe?
It's just amazing. You know how much it makes me smile when you send me all of the work every single week.
Absolutely. Again, more hand-drawn, written work, which is fantastic. Students are working hard. Now, you'll know as well, Miss, how much Mr. Bates has been sending us.
Every single day, emails from Mr. Bate with work and students that he wants me to phone.
Some brilliant work there. Obviously, these are long answers, which is, you know, GCSE level responses, which is fantastic. Some work there from languages. Speak any languages, Miss?
Not that I'm going to admit to, no, because then you'll hold me to that as well. I've just admitted that I've just made a promise that I might sing, so I'm not being drawn into anything else today, Mr. Payne.
You cracked it, Miss, you cracked it. Here we go. Miss Brown and Mr. Budgis have been sending us some work from some challenges this week. The first, we've got a football challenge, and then it's got PE challenge there, but it looks as though Maria's doing all sorts there. And I know Mr. Budget is very keen for as many students to be doing the Coach to 5K. I will name and shame, although she's not with us, Miss Jackson and I have been having a go at this. I believe we've got a bit of a competition with you, Miss Schofield. I think at some point we'll be running a 5K with you.
Absolutely. But
Won't be on anybody's video to see.
No.
29.404. I don't think so. Design technology. I know Miss Warrener has sent loads of work in this week. Firstly, we've got, and I believe this challenge was to set up a menu outside your office, Miss Schofield, for visitors to the school.
Brilliant.
Now, these are something else. These are hand-drawn, handmade silhouettes. Arts as well now. This is some of the work that's coming in from Artist Fantastic. Ellie's obviously drawn this herself on the computer, which is quite a big topic at the moment. And then Oliver has looked at silhouettes as well, and that's a shadow of him and who knows. These are obviously taken by a student. I know you were blown away by these, Miss.
I just think it's really interesting because you always think that school is, you know, we have this very academic, very rigid process, don't we? And school has to be like that. It has to operate in that way. But actually, the creativity that we're seeing during lockdown, I know Miss Hicks and Mrs. Rogers have been blown away with it. And it's just every single week there are more examples of creativity and creative way to do things, which are a set of life skills, which will be really useful in the future, won't they?
Yeah.
So we're all trying new things and putting ourselves outside of a comfort zone. Actually, it's going to stand us in good stead, I would suggest.
I agree. And I think it's things that perhaps we wouldn't have done had things not changed.
Absolutely.
I know you've set quite a few lockdown activities with your random acts of kindness, haven't you, Miss? Here we've got a poem and somebody started growing all those different fruits and vegetables and, you know, rosemary, thyme, lavender, mint, all from home. Those are things we probably might not have done if we were not doing what we were doing at the moment.
Absolutely. And it's like, you know, I think it was last week where we had from caterpillars to butterflies.
Yeah.
We've had examples of baking. We've had examples of people looking after their family, just all kinds of different things. And, you know, one act of kindness a week from each of us really does make the world a better place, doesn't it?
Absolutely. So this is the bit I know that you really like, Miss. We've got some awards to give out today. So we'll start with the Head of Year Awards. And I know the Heads of Year have been absolutely blown away. I know we get loads of emails as Heads of Year from students' work. And I know the Heads of Year 7 to 10 have been blown away by how hard students have worked for effort every single week. I know that Year 10 particularly, Miss Fithen, is really proud of how well you've done this week in coming back to school. You know, Year 7, Miss Abora's so impressed by how things have adapted and changed for you at home. Miss Addison is incredibly impressed by the work that's coming out of students. And I know Miss Ellis gets constant emails about some of the amazing Year 9s that have been working hard day after day. So this week they've awarded their Head of Year award. So Miss Abora's awarded hers to Logan. Miss Ellis has awarded hers to Ben, so well done. Miss Addison has awarded hers to Kyle. And then Miss Fithen has awarded hers to Adil. Now, I know all those students have worked exceptionally hard over the last few weeks and have really, really deserved their Head of Year award today. So Miss Grattan will be posting your Amazon vouchers and certificates this afternoon, so well done. I know Mr. Sanders was very keen for us to share, Miss, the leaderboards at the moment for class charts. So in third place, we've got Year 9 with a massive 6,156. Now, these are points that have just come in since the school closed in March. So I know you'll agree, Miss, that's a massive amount.
Absolutely, but wait until you see the other two totals now.
Yeah, so we've got Year 8 with a massive 8,317. And in the lead, we've got Year 7 with 12,210. This is where everyone would clap. So I'm hoping people are clapping, but obviously without your microphones on. Otherwise, we don't know what would happen. House points. So in last place, we've got Minton with 6,948. In third place, we've got Spode with 7,495. Dalton with 8,895, which leaves Wedgwood with 9,032. Again, applause. I think I can hear some sat in this office, Miss, from the.
Yeah, and you can see on the comment box, George has just put on an emoji that's actually clapping, which is really quite nice to see. So I think the challenge is actually down to the rest of the houses now to catch Wedgwood, because I know that Mrs. Alice Austin is in Wedgwood and she's always adamant that Wedgwood are the best house. But I actually think that there are some houses there that could catch up, I think, with a little bit of a concerted effort.
Absolutely. But those are massive numbers, considering that's only been about, 11 weeks? So those are big numbers. So well done to everybody. Miss, I don't know if you wanted to give your Principals Awards out now. These are the big ones.
Yeah, this is probably the hardest decision that I have to make every single week, because you've just seen throughout that PowerPoint and the previous weeks just what amazing work's being completed. This week I've picked two from an endless supply to receive the Principals Awards from me this week. So my first Principals Award this week goes to Toby in Year 7 for his amazing artwork, but actually alongside that, he was the star of the week, if you noticed, in English and maths. So not only is he demonstrating incredible creativity, but dedication to all the other subjects as well. So Toby, an amazing effort. Keep up the hard work. I can't wait for you to get your Amazon vouchers. And I hope you'll let me know what you spend it on. Bearing in mind, we have Father's Day, Grandfather's Day at the weekend. So you never know, Toby, you might want to share it with one of your loved ones as well. In terms of my second award, this also goes to a student in Year 7. It goes to Maria, who, by all accounts, week after week is producing excellent work in all her subjects. But they wanted me this week to include her efforts with the PE challenge. So that's really quite interesting. And Miss Screen wanted me, Maria, to make sure that I acknowledged the excellent work you've done in the library. So once again, keep up the hard work. I hope you enjoy the Amazon voucher. And to the rest of you, I hope you're all giving these people, as we would do in a whole school assembly, a massive round of applause, because they really deserve it. And, you know, Team Thistley Hough, it's who am I picking next week's the most important thing now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who's next? Who's next? How many points can we amass? Who's going to demonstrate commitment over and above? And thank you to all of you that I can see come up on the screen with the dancing penguins and the clapping. Maria and Toby, you are being acknowledged in the comments down the side.
That's fantastic. I think I know you take great pride, Miss, in choosing your Principals Awards, and you get hundreds of emails every single week with loads of praise and really fantastic work. So a massive well done to everybody who's won an award today. Absolutely. And you know, this leaves us now just to say thank you for joining us. It was quite daunting to do this. Mr. Payne was probably more worried than I. I was just like, it'll work or it won't work. We'll make it work. The kids will go with us. It'll be fine. And you have done that, and hopefully now we can go from strength to strength and get more of us online doing this. But what I would like to say is that we need your effort and your interaction with us to be able to have something to talk about on a weekly basis. And I know that your parents like watching, and the people that you live at home with like watching these with you. So Mr. Payne will try and turn what is a live assembly
into something that we can send out later today. But I just want to say, as I always finish with, I just want you to stay safe, keep doing what you're doing, and look after each other. That's all we need. That's all we need to do. And let's all get through this lockdown together. And hopefully for me, the hairdressers will open pretty quickly and I can get this sorted out. Mr. Payne's looks obviously a lot better than mine, but I apologise and will hopefully, once social distancing allows, return to my normal haircut. So, Mr. Payne, thank you for helping me do this.
No, thank you, Miss. It's been brilliant.
To Team Thistley Hough, stay safe, and we will see you all soon.
In whatever format that may look. Thank you very much to everybody who's joined us this morning, and we'll see you all very soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.